I think we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, or welcome to the final phase of my three-phase approach to introducing you guys to two things. First, how to start your own online business, how to set up the foundation of that. And second, how to understand the stock market, because the stock market is something that I wanted to learn about. And the way I like to learn, I like to share information as I learn it. That way, I feel like I'm giving as well as receiving. It's just something I do. It's nothing, you need to do or anything like that. It just makes me feel a certain kind of way to gain knowledge and share that knowledge at the same time or simultaneously, right? One after the other, even. But with that, I want to really say I really appreciate you purchasing this course. This is the final phase of the three phases that I created in line with kind of guiding you how to set up the foundation of your business based on your subject or your topic, right? Now, the first course that I created was a product. I put a price tag of $20 on that. If you bought that, I appreciate you for doing that. The second one, which was phase two, I charged $37 for that. And if you purchased that, I appreciate that. And I'm sure you gained some value out of that information as well. Now, this course is going to be a little more technical, a little more hands-on-ish, right? So this course, I'm thinking about, putting a price tag of about 55 or so, because I like to keep it where people can, afford it. And then I'm going to combine them all and then market those at a certain price. I hadn't decided what I wanted that price to be quite yet. But you'll be going through this same dilemma as you're creating your products or setting up your system as well. So I'm not going to take up much time with you on the intro today because I want to really kind of get into this. These are going to be a little more intense, as I say. So they're going to be a little bit more action orientated, if you will. Okay. But again, it's all under the same umbrella of learning and understanding the stock market. So this one, I'm going to begin by titling it How to Buy and Sell Stocks on Your Own. Now, this can fluctuate depending on whether you're a trader or you're buying options or you're just a new to the game. I like to introduce things as if you're new to it so that you can kind of learn and make little mistakes along the way that won't break the bank. So I'm going to begin by saying, in order to buy stocks, you need the assistance of a stockbroker, since you cannot usually just call up a company and ask to buy their stock on your own. For inexperienced investors, there are two basic categories of brokers to choose from. One, a full service broker, or two, an online discount broker. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of those so you can kind of get an understanding of how that works. Now, full service brokers are what most people visualize when they think about investing: a well-dressed, friendly business people sitting in an office chatting with clients. These are the traditional stockbrokers who will take the time to get to know you personally and financially. They will look at factors such as marital status, lifestyle, personality, risk tolerance, age, time horizon, income, assets, debt, and a host of others. By getting to know just who you are as much as they can, these full service brokers can then help you develop a long term, understand that phrase, long term financial plan. Not only can these brokers help you with your investment needs, they can also provide assistance with estate planning, tax advice, retirement planning, budgeting, and other types of financial advice, hence the term full service, right? Now, they can help you manage all your financial needs now and long into the future and are for investors who want everything in one package. So in terms of fees, full service brokers are more expensive than discount brokers, but the value in having a professional investment advisor by your side can be well worth the additional cost. So always keep that in mind. And accounts can be set up with as little as $1,000. Most, uh, especially beginners, will fall into this category in terms of the type of broker they require. Now, online discount brokers. Let's go into that. Online discount brokers, on the other hand, do not provide any investment and are not any investment advice and are not basically and are just basically order takers. Let me read that again. Online discount brokers, on the other hand, do not provide any investment advice and are basically just order takers. Got it? They're much less expensive than full service brokers since there's typically no office to visit and no certified investment advisor to help you. Cost is usually based on a per transaction basis and can typically open an account over the internet with little or no money. Once you have an account with an online broker, you can usually just log on to its website and into your account and be able to buy and sell stocks instantly. Remember that since these types of brokers provide absolutely no investment advice, stock tips, and any type of investment help, you're on your own to manage your investments. The only assistance you will usually receive is technical support. Online discount brokers do offer investment related links, research, and resources that can be useful. However, if you feel you are knowledgeable enough to take the responsibility of managing your own investments, or you don't know anything about investing but want to teach yourself, then this is the way to go, which is what I did, which is what I'm doing. And not only am I teaching myself, but I'm also teaching you. You see, it can be done like that. Now, the bottom line is that your choice of broker should be based on your individual needs. Full service brokers are great for those who are willing to pay a premium for someone else to look after their finances. And online discount brokers, on the other hand, are great for people with little startup money and who would like to take on the risk and rewards of investing upon themselves without any professional assistance. Okay? Now, that's how I invest, the online discount brokers. That's what I do now that I'm gaining the knowledge. It's a lot easier for me to select the stocks and decide on the process that I want to use when I'm purchasing those types of things, right? Because that's how it works. It's not like, um, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, especially if you're gaining knowledge before you just jump into the water, right? Because once you make the decision that you're going to actually invest in the stock market, you want to have an open mind to the fact that a lot of the things that you'll be learning, you don't know, you don't have a clue about. So you need to be open to learning that process. Now, the final thing I want to talk with you on this video, the introductory video to phase 3 of my final system, is direct stock purchase plan. Now, sometimes companies, often blue chip firms, will sponsor a special type of program called Direct Stock Purchase Plan, or DSPP. Now, a DSPP were originally conceived generations ago as a way for businesses to let smaller investors buy ownership directly from the company. Participating in DSPP requires an investor to engage with a company directly rather than a broker, but every company's system for administering a DSPP is unique, and most usually offer their DSPP through transfer agents or another third-party administrator. Now, as you grow your system and begin to, invest, You don't know where you'll end up. That's why you might want to, or get to a point where you're going to use a DSPP to invest, right? Because you'll have the knowledge, the resources, the connections, the contacts, all that in place, which is what those third-party administrators would have or would make available to you based on your decision to move forward with that. But with that being said, you can see just from what I just shared with you today, there's going to be a little bit more technical, a little more thought-provoking, but it's all for the good. It's all for the better, because at the end of the day, you want to know. You want to know, and you want to go in with the knowledge of understanding how the process works, because it is a process, and there's a lot of things that go into it that you may not really grasp initially. Okay. And that's okay. That's not a problem, because you have time. You just want to make certain that you stick to it until you get it. And then you can decide if you want to go to um, a professional, where you want to have someone uh, watch over your money from that point on, a full service broker, if you will. But I always like I like to do things myself initially, because when I do things myself and it's kind of hands on, you can't trick me, because I know what it takes. I know what I'm looking for. Like when I recommend outsourcing a different service, whether it's marketing or branding or whatever you need for your company, make sure you know what you're asking for, because there are people out there that will snatch and don't deliver anything if you don't know what you're asking for, because they don't know, you don't know if you received what you were supposed to receive, right? That's why it's good to kind of start from the ground level up, if you have the time or you have the incentive, because it always pays off. Okay. All right. With that, I really appreciate you again for purchasing my course. I'm going to share a lot of knowledge with you on this one. It's going to be packed with information. So watch each episode, or watch each lecture, and at the end, take notes along the way. And I'm going to always have the text alongside, so you can kind of keep up with me as I'm going along, and that will benefit you in the long run. So, as I like to always end my episodes, my name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry, no spaces. And as always, share with someone else what I've shared with you.